Next Wednesday, the Norwood Public Schools are set to open for the 2021-22 school year. The administration has been working hard over the summer to prepare for the year.
Yeah, so this summer was a little bit more difficult in some ways than last summer. Last summer was difficult in that we were totally redesigning. This summer was difficult in that the original guidance that was coming from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, DESE, has changed drastically. Back end of May, beginning of June, they were saying we won't need a distance, we won't need to wear masks, and that's kind of how we went into the summer. Late July, beginning of August, all of that has changed with the Delta variant becoming prevalent and the research coming out on the Delta variant. That has changed. So we've gone from there to basically trying to adopt the CDC guidelines of remaining 3 feet apart. We had already purchased air scrubbers and planned to use the air scrubbers, but now we are going to be purchasing. They should be arriving the end of this week. Air purifiers for our cafeterias and changing that a little bit, and we're going to try to stagger seats and be 3 feet apart, minimize time without masks to basically when kids are sitting and eating, and as soon as they are done, transition as quick as possible to an outside recess time. Again, and the school department, the school committee rather, passed or re-implemented our mask mandate from last year. The commissioner has now instituted a statewide mandate for mask wearing. That is different than our local policy. He is talking about trying to get 80% of all staff and students vaccinated by October 1st for that to change.
Dr. Thomson is hopeful that this year will look a little more normal for staff and students.
It is going to look more like normal than last year. You still will see some traffic patterns. You still will see sanitation stations. You will still have regular hand washing being reinforced. You will have mask breaks like you did last year. You will see kids in masks like you did last year. But you will see full school days. One of the big differences, you won't see masks outside. There's not a requirement to wear masks outside. But inside, we are going to need to wear masks and try to stay at least 3 feet away from each other.
Again this school year, the Norwood Public Schools will partake in the school-funded pool testing.
The state is funding pool testing, which we did do last spring as well, where weekly there will be a sample collected, and hopefully we're planning on using the same system we did last year with the saliva test, the Veritas test. We bring in a saliva sample and drop it off, and it's tested once a week. We are going to encourage and ask all families to consider partaking in that, whether they are vaccinated or not. We are seeing breakthrough, although mostly mild, thank God, cases with the Delta variant, but that will be an extra screening tool we will have. And then there is a statewide test and stay program. Some of those particulars are still being worked out, but if you're exposed in school, you would have the option, and if you're asymptomatic, you would have the option of taking a test if you're negative attending school. Hopefully that will reduce the number of kids sitting at home while quarantining. So those are a couple other things that are in the works.
Good luck to all the teachers and students on a successful and safe school year.